Hi everyone! This is one of my favorite days in the garden, harvest day. And there's nothing like a fresh, tasty, organic summer harvest. So I can't wait to see what's ready. Let's go check it out. I know I have a lot of squash hiding here in the garden bed right next to me, so I'm going to climb in there and see what's ready. I can see a big old zucchini down here. This is exciting. I think I have some zoodles in my future. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. I mean, typically I like to pick them when they're a little bit smaller, but this one's gonna make some great breads and muffins or zucchini lasagna. Just gonna gently twist it off. And make sure to wear gloves when you're picking zucchini because the plants are kind of prickly. I'm so excited, this thing's beautiful. Okay, I gotta climb in here now because I've got some scallop squash I can see right in the middle. And scallop squash is so pretty, so tender. And this is my first harvest of the scallop squash this season. Oh wow, look at these. These are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So these I'm just gonna clip off with my pruners. And I love these patty pan squash. They're so delicious on the grill or in roasted vegetables. I think we're gonna have a good dinner tonight. Wow, these are so pretty. There's lots more squash down in here. When you're picking squash, make sure you come out and check every day because these things grow like crazy. And I've got more patty pans down in here. You really sometimes have to hunt around for them because they like to hide. These are such beautiful squash. I absolutely love these. Oh, these are so pretty. I almost hate to eat them. I want to put them on my table for decoration. But we are going to eat them. We've actually have a barbecue to go to in a couple of days, and I'm going to make these into a delicious summer salad. Now they're a lot more tender when they're small, like this. But you can really pick them pretty much at any size. Beautiful. I also have some butternut squash growing on a vine here that I'm trellising up this garden arch. Now those aren't going to be ready till much later in the season, towards the end of the summer or even into the fall, because those are winter squash. But I love how they look just hanging down on the trellis, and they are growing like crazy all over the place. I already have tons of butternut squash coming on the vine, and I love how they look here on this trellis. I love harvesting. I love the colors in the harvest basket. So I can actually see from here another zucchini in my smart pots that's ready to harvest. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Now this zucchini is really the perfect size. Just gonna gently, very, very gently twist it off. Gorgeous. I see another one over here that I'm actually going to leave on. I'd like it to get just a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna have a lot more zucchini from this plant. So now I see some tomatoes that are ready. Actually, right here, Camera Guy's tomato plant. These are delicious little yellow plum tomatoes. Camera Guy planted this plant on a live stream a while back, did a harvest, and it's looking really good. These yellow plum tomatoes are super, super sweet and delicious for snacking. Whoops, can't get my hand in there. I can always cut more holes in this DIY tomato cage here. Just haven't done it yet for these tomatoes. And I love to snack on these right in the garden. So sweet. This yellow pear tomato plant is absolutely loaded down. Oh my gosh, look at all these tomatoes. Once I pulled back the branches and the foliage, there are tomatoes in here everywhere. I am so excited. I love these tomatoes. These are the sweetest tomatoes ever. Absolutely beautiful for a garden snack. Oh, we are gonna have the most delicious summer salad ever. These are so much fun, and there's so many more coming on. they're way back in here. Look at this. This plant is loaded. Wow, another little cluster right up here. And this plant is loaded as well. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I mean, this is why I grow my own food. Look at that beautiful basket. The colors, the flavors. This is so much fun. Here we are at the $10 garden bed. Now, if you watch the $10 garden series, you know that we planted this all from seed indoors and then got it planted outside, and it is going crazy. I mean, look at this Roma tomato plant. It is absolutely loaded with tomatoes. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Look at all those tomatoes in there. This plant is gonna be so productive for me all season long. These are absolutely beautiful. Roma tomatoes are nice and meaty, absolutely delicious in sauces because they're not super juicy. So they give a nice, meaty, wonderful flavor to your salsas, spaghetti sauces. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. This is my first major harvest of the summer. These are absolutely beautiful tomatoes. Look at these. Oh man, I just love these. Look at those colors, and there's more in here still to pull out. Beautiful, nice and red. Oh, they're way back in here. This plant is absolutely loaded. I just cannot get over how loaded it is with tomatoes. Oh, this one's perfect. It has a nice little give to it. Perfectly ripe. There's some more back in here that are ready. A couple more. And this plant will keep producing for me until well into the fall. Now the lettuce here in the front has pretty much bolted, and it's been super hot. You guys probably saw where I put some shade cloth over it, but eventually the lettuce does bolt, but the shade cloth definitely helps hold it off. But right behind it here, I've got some cucumbers. So let's get in here and harvest some cucumbers. Oh, this is a really nice one here. These are Market More cucumbers, and they produce absolutely like crazy. You guys might have seen the growing cucumbers video I did a couple weeks ago. If you didn't see the Gardening Coast to Coast Growing Cucumbers video, the collab series with Gary at the Rested Garden, make sure you go back and watch that for all kinds of tips on growing cucumbers. Whoops. Wow, that is a nice looking cucumber. See if we got any more back in here underneath. Oh, they like to hide. Yep, there's one down there on the bottom. That is the perfect size. I love fresh cucumbers. They're so crisp and cool. One of my favorite ways to eat them is a cucumber tomato salad, or just to eat them dipped in hummus, or just plain. Wow, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that one. I had no idea that was hiding in there.
Can you watch?
Look at that basket. Oh, it's so much fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one I totally missed. Oops. Okay, this one I totally missed, and it might be a little too late for this guy, but let's pull it out and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh,
Whoa.
This one is a monster.
I can't even get it in. Hang on.
Okay, this one is a monster, and I think it actually got so big, it's splitting here. I don't think that's nibbled on by any critters. Look at that. I didn't even know they could get this big. Now, we'll try cutting this one. It might be too bitter since it's so large, but a lot of times what you can do is just cut off the top, cut off the bottom, and sometimes the inside will be okay for eating. If not, we'll save the seeds from this one, because this one is a monster. Okay, so back in here, I do have some not dragon tongue. Yeah, I think these are dragon tongue beans. Look at those, aren't those beautiful? And to harvest these, you do have to hold the plant in one hand, the bean in the other, so you don't pull the whole plant up. Wow, look at those. I love that color, that purple striping there. And it's always a good idea to kind of pull your bean plants up because they do like to hide underneath. Wow, these are so pretty. Fresh, organic vegetables, you can't beat it. I do like to really maximize my space. You notice I put these bean plants in just right along the border of this other garden bed here, the $10 garden bed. A couple more. Wow, and this is actually my very first harvest from these plants. And the important thing about beans is that you check them daily, pick them often, because if you let them get too big, then the bean plants, it's a signal to the bean plants to stop producing. So you definitely want to get out here and pick them almost every day or every other day. I just saw another cucumber in here. This is a beauty. These Marketmore cucumbers do grow to a really nice length. And there's plenty more coming on. Beautiful. And look at all these baby ones coming on. So another probably 5 days, this one will be a nice full-grown cucumber ready to harvest. My harvest basket is full and I still have more to harvest. So I actually had to get another basket, but we've got some basil to harvest. Now basil, I like to come out and clip once a week or so. Prune it back, because the more you prune it, the more it grows. And this is going to make some delicious pesto. It'll go absolutely wonderfully in the salad I'm going to make for a barbecue, to bring to a barbecue tomorrow. So I just cut off the tops, and more basil is going to grow right back in its place. I've actually got some more right up here. And I like to pick it before it starts to flower. You can see here it's starting to flower. So you definitely want to catch it before that, because it does change the flavor once it flowers. And let me see if I've got any more in here. Yep, I've got a couple more I can harvest. Basil and tomato, what a delicious combination. Can't beat that for an organic summer harvest. Now right next to the basil, I've got this beautiful California Wonder pepper plant. This was in the $10 garden seed kit as well. And look at the size of those peppers. Oh my gosh, those are absolutely gorgeous. Now I like to pick them once they change color. You can pick them when they're green, but I just like the flavor better. So we're gonna wait on those. And I think this is pretty much it for the $10 garden bed. Oh, there's some more basil growing back in here. Right back in the shadow of these tomato plants. And amazing how much is growing here just from the $10 garden seed kit. I'm gonna leave the lettuce, it's bolting, but I've got some more growing in the veggie pod. Now I think it's time to head over to the peppers.
Roll.
This planter is pretty much the focal point of our garden, and I've got peppers, peppers, peppers galore in here. Sweet peppers on this side, hot peppers on the other. These are a sweet banana pepper, and they are absolutely delicious. This is actually my very first harvest from this plant, but I love the different colors. I mean, you can leave the peppers on longer and they keep changing colors. Look at this beautiful yellow pepper. And then there's also a gorgeous, gorgeous orangish yellow pepper to harvest as well. I mean, look at the different colors that came from the same plant. Aren't those beautiful? Got a couple more down in here to harvest. And I think just a few more sweet peppers. They're not quite coming on strong just yet. Wow, look at those colors. The peppers with the basil, with the cucumbers. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we've got a black Hungarian pepper plant here. And it's really fun because, again, the different colors on the plant. This is a little tiny red one. But this black one back here is ready. Wow, look at that. The light just glistens off of it. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. And right here next to it, we have a pepper called a paradisium, I think it's called. It's kind of a little orange pumpkin-shaped pepper. This plant is still pretty young, and I'm going to clip this off because I do want this plant growing taller and bigger, and I definitely want to get bigger peppers off this plant. But this is such a cute little pepper. I love this. Okay, here we have my very favorite pepper, the Jimmy Nardello. I have one beautiful Jimmy Nardello ready to harvest. This pepper is so sweet, and when you grill it or roast it, it definitely brings out the sweetness. I mean, these are absolutely gorgeous peppers. So I'm hoping to get this plant loaded down. It's already got a lot more coming on, and looking forward to harvesting more of those very soon. I've got lots and lots of hot peppers, so I can tell I'm going to be making some nice spicy salsa. I mean, these plants are absolutely loaded down with hot peppers. I do not even remember what all the names of these are. So many on this plant. I better keep them separate in my basket, or we could be in for a little surprise. I mean, look at this plant, absolutely loaded. They look very similar to Jimmy Nardello's, so I definitely don't want to get them mixed up. So we'll get all these harvested. I think I've got some poblanos in here, some hot yellow banana peppers. Wow, this plant is loaded. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I think these are poblanos, although I'm famous for getting my tags mixed up, but they look like poblanos, which are a really nice mild pepper. And you can also pick these at any stage. We've got some red ones, and I think I'll pick one of these and leave the other ones on a little bit longer. These are really, really pretty peppers. Look at that, kind of a fun little shape. And as we move down the pepper row here, I have one little Rosa Bianca eggplant that actually overwintered from last year. It's got a couple little eggplants coming on. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest those. Those are really pretty. And this one right here, you can see is perfect to harvest because it's got a nice sheen to it. And these are typically pretty small little eggplant, but absolutely tender and delicious. One more here, and these will keep producing for me all season long. And I think that's pretty much it for the peppers. Let's head over to the strawberries. The strawberry towers are looking good. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what I find in here. First off, this couldn't be more perfect. I mean, these beautiful red strawberries. Oh, these are so pretty. I'm just gonna pick these off and then dig around in here and see what else I can find. These are absolutely gorgeous. So fresh, so juicy, all organic. Been watering these once a week with worm tea, and it is really paying off. I mean, these are absolutely beautiful strawberries. Look at these. Love it. So let's dig down in here, see what else we can find. Oh, here's a good one. I pick these very carefully because they do bruise really easily. Oh, these look so delicious. That one got a little bite taken out of it. Sometimes we get the snails and slugs in here. These little plastic forks definitely help. Try and prop them up on here when I can. Oh, I think I just picked that one. Man, these are going to be so delicious. Nice and red and juicy. It's that nice little sheen to it that tells me it's ready to pick. Okay, let's check this tower. The plants look great. Lots of flowers, lots of small berries. Oh, look at this one. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful, but I don't think it's quite ready to harvest. Oh, this one over here is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Could there be a more perfect berry? Oh, beautiful. A couple right down here. Look at the blackberries and raspberries. Now this is the first year I've really had any significant harvest or berries coming out of these plants, so I am so excited. These are absolutely beautiful. I believe they're like a thornless blackberry. You can see these aren't ready, But this one here is beautiful, ready, ripe for the picking, and it will just pull right off. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? A beautiful addition to my harvest basket. Got a few more right here. And these two, you have to kind of dig down in and see if they are ready. A lot of these aren't quite ripe yet. There's a few more over here. This is so much fun. I mean, this is why I grow my own food. I absolutely love coming out here, picking my own, eating it. Oh my gosh, the flavor. It's so juicy, so delicious. Camera guy's gotta have one too. How is it?
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
Wow, that exploded in my mouth.
Wow, wow, wow. I think we've got a few more right here. Now, are these raspberries, or I think they're blackberries, but those aren't quite ready. Oh, another one. I am so excited about these. Literally, I've been growing these for, I don't know, 3 years maybe, with hardly anything. So now I'm finally getting a harvest. This is so exciting. And I love how berries look in a little basket, especially when you get a bunch of different kinds in there. Oh my gosh, that is just the prettiest thing. I couldn't be more thrilled with our harvest today, but we have a little surprise out front over on the side yard. Okay, we are on the side of our house. This is a side bank here on our side yard, and this is a volunteer tomato plant. I mean, this is unbelievable. It hasn't been watered, hasn't been fertilized, but it is absolutely going bonkers. I have not ever seen a tomato plant that is so loaded down. I mean, look at this. It's incredible. I'm gonna pick a few, but then leave some for the neighbors as well, because look at this. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what kind of tomato it is, but either the tomato seed blew down here somehow, or I've got my trash cans on the other side of the fence, so maybe one of my tomato plants that was in the green trash can, the seeds might have drifted out. Oh my gosh, look at this. It is fully loaded. And I can't believe the birds haven't even gotten more of these. But this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. All the work we do to plant, fertilize, start from seed indoors, and this one grew all on its own. I mean, I can't even pick all of these. There's so many of them. I'll just tell the neighbors we've got a bunch out here and they can come pick them. I think there's even a yellow pear tomato plant right over here. So let's go check that one out real quick. Yellow pear tomatoes, volunteer, growing on the side of a hill. These guys have a mind of their own and they have a will to live and produce. This is nuts, absolutely nuts. I've never seen a volunteer tomato plant like this. No staking, no trellising, it's just growing wild. We'll leave the rest of these to ripen up. Wow, this is so cool. I had an absolute blast harvesting in the garden today. I hope you enjoyed it too. I mean, this is why we do it. This is why we grow our own food, so we can harvest it, bring it inside, prepare delicious, fresh, tasty, organic food to feed our families and to share with those that we love. Comment below, let me know what you're harvesting from your summer garden. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.